when I was younger, I remember me and him, we did a lot of things together, a lot of things I can't even mention or talk about. But he ended up passing away in my arms. And I never really forgave myself for that because I feel like it's my fault. I remember I picked this fight, right? Underground fight. And that was on bets. And I had ended up winning. And my opponent's team, I guess, didn't like that. They came to collect. Hence, my best friend warned me. I warned me, they're gonna come collect if you win. If you take their money, they're gonna come collect. And they did. They came out with chains, bats, everything. They caught me lacking. They came out like 15 deep. 15 deep. Started beating the shit out of me. And the whole time my best friend was there. And he came out of nowhere with his friends. Cause that's the type of nigga he was. That's the type of person he was, you feel me? He'd always take care of you. He'd always keep his eyes on you. And I was like his little brother too. He took me under his wing. He taught me how to box. He's the one that gave me love for it. Fighting I always had love for it, but boxing, that was all his, man. His craft, you know, he was perfect. The perfect fighter. He really would have been one of the greats. He was about to go pro too. You know, he was about to finish off paying that debt. He was about to move out with his little brother. Maybe even take me with him. But at the time I took that fight because we was bankrupt. Well, we went bankrupt twice. My brother was sick. And we had a lot of bills to pay, you know. And I promised myself no matter what, we never going back to the poverty we was once in. So I took the fight like an idiot. And he came out there like Superman. You remember? I remember him telling me, you know, like, I'm Superman. Like, I can't bleed. I can't die. You feel me? He promised he'd never leave me alone, you know? But he came out there with some of his friends. And he started fighting, you know, he had his signature brass knuckles. He started popping one left and right. I tried to help. I was ready to beat up. His friends came in. They was fighting back too. And two of them ended up taking me. They ended up taking me into a car and taking me to a safe place, which was my friend's house, you feel me? And nobody was there at the time. His brother wasn't there. His dad, I don't even know where his dad was. His brother was staying with his with some family member he had. I think his grandma at the time, yeah. And it was bad, you know. I was there wondering what's happening, you feel me? And he ends up coming back to the house with some of his friends. But when I see him, his head was split open. His eyes were bruised. They were puffed up, you know. They did him in bad. And yeah, he held his own. They managed to get out of it, but he ended up taking too much damage, you know. And I spent my last moments with him right there. He was in my arms. He was telling me, promise me you'll get out of this. Promise me. If you really want to fight boxing, promise me. You don't gotta do nothing for me. Just promise me. I promise to take care of my little brother. And I did. But I never got over it, man. I was mad at him because I was like, why? Why you die on me? Why you leave me? Why you abandon me? You feel me? Why you do that for me? Why? Why did he do it? It was my consequence. It was my burden. And you know, at the time I was a little crazy, you feel me? Life was like, it was bad. I didn't care whether I lived or died. And I wasn't suicidal or nothing, but if I died, I wouldn't mind it. So it was like you stole my moment of glory, my chance of dying, you feel me? And finally being peace. And finally being at peace. But realistically, I was mad. Because he promised me he couldn't bleed, you know? And then he was bleeding all over, losing consciousness, fading in and out. And you know, he was my brother, you feel me? He's my older brother. The only person that truly cared for me and had my back for the longest, you feel me? And I promised him I'd make something out of boxing. I don't know if I'll ever be world champ, but I promise you this, I'll try.